I feel so fortunate to be starting the fall season. We have such an exciting program lined up for this year, and starting with a young artist, Hayv Kahraman, in the main space. It's our first show with her that I'm just so proud of. And then Kerry Marshall on 24th Street in our new space with a new project that he's done. It's just an incredible way to start the season.
Okay, so I think if I were to categorize my work, I would say that I probably sort of have two veins that run throughout the trajectory of my work, and that's one is the aspect of migrant consciousness, as I'm an immigrant and a refugee myself, but there's also the aspect of the body and gender, and this is where these women come into the work. So within the Arab region, if you were a guest and you entered into one of these homes, you would first be received by the male members of the family in the courtyard space. The women are not allowed, but they're present. So they are usually on the first or second or third floors, looking through these perforated pattern screens that we call Mashrabiya screens, or shanashil in Arabic, in Iraqi. So the women are there, they're present, and in a way, they can see everything that's going on, which is really a form of power. But then again, they're extremely segregated because they're out of the context. So that really, for me, was very interesting, that dynamic. And that's how the figures play into the paintings.
It's an exciting moment for Kerry. The last year has been incredible. He opened a show at the Secession in Vienna, a solo show. We just opened a big solo show at the National Gallery in Washington, D.C. And next month we're off to Antwerp, where his big retrospective will open at the Museum of Contemporary Art, Antwerp. It will travel to the Reina Sofia, the Fondation Tapies, and several other European institutions. So being able to exhibit him this season with this new project, it's really, kind of high point of my career.
And so this work, it's 99-cent piece, but it has a subtitle that is what it costs to produce it, which is $136,000. So it's the 99-cent piece, parenthetically, $136,000 in change. And so that's a part of the larger kind of conceptual project. And so it's these two things. It's what it is, what it looks like, and what it costs to make, and what the implications of all of those things are. And so, in a sense, I'm really looking at the way in which the artwork as a commodity kind of announces itself as a thing to be bought. I mean, these works, in a sense, cry out to be bought. Because you say, the painting a red hot deal, it is a red hot deal, and so this is something that somebody should want. The painting behind you, why pay more? And so, well, you would pay more for this because it's a painting. That the black painting, black on black painting, is called On Sale Black Friday. So I've taken a lot of these slogans that announces the intention of a thing to be bought, and to address itself as an object that's a part of the system of commodification, and the system of valuation, and the system of consumption. I mean, these things announce themselves to be that, but there's something else about them. They're not just plain signs like any other sign you would see in a supermarket or any sign that you'd see in a department store. There's another dimension of the work that participates in a kind of dialogue with the history of painting that makes them more than just a sign. And so that's the reason why you would invest more in an object like this than you would in a simple cardboard sign that was made purely for advertising purposes.